Welcome to Simple Oracle DB. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a trigger using Oracle SQL Developer, and we're going to use the GUI tools to do this. So let's get started. Here we're on Oracle SQL Developer. I am logged in on the XE database. I'm logged in as my schema Moon, and here are my tables. The two tables I'm going to talk about is computer table. This has a computer ID, a computer name, and a creation date, which I have defaulting as sysdate, and a computer table log, which I have a log ID and an insert date. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the trigger on computer table that's going to write a record for every time there's an insert to this computer table log. So first I'm going to start by creating my trigger statement. So I'm going to go down here to trigger, create. I'm going to give my trigger a name. Computer table T1. I'm going to do this after. I'm going to do this on the insert event. And I'm going to do this referencing old and new. And I'll explain that when we get to the statement. So I click OK. It's going to give me this statement. And I'm going to put in a statement after the referencing old is old, new is new is for each row. And that's a statement for some reason SQL Developer doesn't put in, but it is needed for this when you're doing the referencing of old is old and new is new. What we're using it for. So I'm going to put my insert statement here. Now let me first explain this. This is this statement trigger, the name of the trigger name that we gave it, and we're doing after an insert on computer table, and we're referencing the old record as old and new as new, and these are kind of references, and I'll show you how to use those. And then for each row that's inserted, basically. We're going to put our insert statement here. Insert. Here's where I'm going to do my insert of new. Dot. I'll log my computer ID here. And then I'm going to log the creation date. And that is that. Since we're doing an insert record, there's only new records here. If we were doing an update, we could use the old data that was in there and then the new to write some kind of scripts using that. But we're only using the new referencing here. So let's go ahead and create our trigger. We're going to compile it. And there it's compiled. So we're going to go back. We can check our computer table and see that the trigger is there. There it is. Put in. Now I'm going to insert a record on computer table. So we're going to insert a computer ID and a computer name. And we don't need to do the creation date since it's going to be defaulted in. So let's insert one. I got to log in here. Oh, there it goes. Insert it one row. So let's go check computer table, see the data in there. So I insert this one row. Now if I go to the log statement, there's my log. It logged the computer ID as 1, and then it pulled down my creation date and logged it here. So let's do another one. We're going to go 2. Oh, we might commit that last one. I'm going to do Apple. So let's insert that. Oh, it did a double insert. I didn't mean to do that. So the first one insert, the second one failed because of a unique constraint I put on there. I did have a primary key on there, so I accidentally did a double insert but it only inserted it once. So let's check here. So I got the apple in there, and then over here I got that log ID put in there. So that's one example that you can use triggers for. There's many different ones. I thought I'd just highlight one specific one. Basically, you're logging an event that happened on a table, and then you can take this event that I got stored here and run another procedure on it to do another process later on. So that concludes this video. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below the video. And remember to stay hungry and keep learning.